Nobody saw this coming. The AirPower mat has become like a meme in the tech community. If you follow any tech enthusiast on Twitter. And now this, officially canceled. They'll sell you the wireless AirPods, wireless charging AirPods, but they won't sell you the mat to charge it after all. Apparently,
Apple, more specifically, Phil Schiller, standing on stage, shilling. This is them announcing a product that nobody asked for. They just had to go and Apple it up. I mean, listen to what Phil says and then look at his face.
This is not possible with current standards, but our team knows how to do this. We call it AirPower.
Oof, I just lied to a lot of people. Yep, that technology that had never been done before, that nobody asked for.
It's official. AirPower has been canceled. And if you want to know my overall verdict on this, of course this is a bad apple. But this is not just a bad apple. This is the biggest, fattest bad apple we have ever seen all time. And just for posterity, that's a bad apple.
Apple has now officially canceled the AirPower wireless charging mat. It's totally dead. The project is over. There's no replacement. It's done. And it's so bizarre just because, I mean, it didn't have to be a big deal at all. It's just a wireless charging mat.
Today has been an incredibly bizarre day for Apple. Them doing things that we haven't really seen them do before. For one, Apple has officially announced the product, kind of teased it for a long time, and even up until a few days ago, a lot of people were convinced that the release would be soon, and the confusion, I think, just got too much for people that Apple decided they need to put their foot down and make a statement about this, which they did, where they went into detail on probably how they were going to spin this. Apple was like, okay, we can't make a product that we thought we could make.
And yes, if you saw this in notifications, you're right. Now, a few days ago, Apple has finally declared that they are cancelling and shutting down production of the in-house wireless charger, AirPower. Now, while all tech communities and all different platforms are freaking out about this sudden change in plans, I'd like to remind you that almost the whole tech community is getting hyped up over a phone charger. I get that it's cool, you can charge your iPhone, your Apple Watch and your AirPods all in the same charging mat, but at the end of the day, it is apparently not something that Apple qualifies as high standard. Now, I have no idea what high standard means, but I feel it's just a way to try to not look bad after they did something as embarrassing as cancelling a whole product line. You can imagine it's pretty hard trying to look good after doing such an embarrassing thing, right? As a whole, if a company like Apple is struggling to manufacture a product that has been in the working for about 2 years now, you'd imagine that it's pretty hard to make. But what really makes this death really sad is the amount of references that Apple gives to AirPower in the previous years, because they always keep bringing it up and they always want to show off how much of a breakthrough this is. But the thing is that they haven't even started manufacturing them or even packaging or even thinking about what they should do in the future. Back in 2017, when they first released this product, not technically released, but at least showed it to the audience in the 2017 September keynote with the iPhones, that shouldn't have been done because they definitely weren't ready for the release, and they also stated that they weren't ready for the release. Now, from that 2017 keynote, people waited and waited and waited for this AirPower to just get released, and it never happened. 2018 went by, and then 2019 came, and then now, March 31st, they canceled the product as a whole. And the most hypocritical thing is that they actually mentioned AirPower in the new 2018 AirPods charging case, the wireless charging cases that they just announced. Of course, videos coming up on that, stay tuned. So yeah, they just got the boxes ready and they were shipping those out. And in the back of those boxes, clearly you can see that AirPower is listed there. And I don't think they should have done that because this was not even 1 week far away from this cancellation. And I think that if they were actually planning to cancel it, they shouldn't have even thought about mentioning it on that box, because right now the boxes that are shipped out have the AirPower on the back and they just canceled it. So I don't know if they're going to change the design or what they're going to do with that, but don't ship that. And this is a very bad time to at least cancel this product, because the new 2018 wireless charging AirPods just came out, and what do people want with that? Now we have iPhones that have wireless charging, we have Apple Watches that are wireless charging. Now they have AirPods wireless charging, so people would try, people would recognize that at least Apple is just coming, and people would think that. But I think the exact opposite of what everyone thought was gonna happen. Apple just surprised us out of the blue, and I actually am pretty sad for this because it's just how much they hyped it up, and in the keynotes they always seem to mention it, and then finally this. And in the 2017 keynote, it was almost like they showed people's phone on a piece of plastic and said, yeah, we'll make that work somehow. Now I consider the death of AirPower an unfortunate missed opportunity for Apple, because they could have really, really taken the market by storm, because this is the first of its kind. Like, there is no other actual alternative to AirPower. Like, if you want to keep all three devices on the same charging mat and be able to figure it out, there is not really actual alternative to the AirPower. So if AirPower would have somehow, Apple would have figured it out and it would have been released, it would have been first of its kind, and that's something you can really appreciate, because that would reflect more sales of AirPower, like instead of other charging mats like maybe Belkin or Mophie. But I think we should just live with it, and I think it's fine, because I think Apple in the future, they would partner with Belkin, or maybe even now they could partner with Belkin or Mophie or someone, and try to make something a little similar. But for now, the situation is a little jumpy, and everyone's getting mad, including me. Like, no getting around that. It's kind of stupid that they but it's not their fault. Like, they literally stated that they could not produce this. Like, it was not possible. Anyways, guys, that is pretty much it for this video. I know it is a sad note to be beginning this after a really long time, but this is actually what is happening, and I knew I had to make this video. So this is your Apple 3PO, and I'll see you on the next one.